Hey warriors, today we are going to create a visual novel game in Next.js using OpenAI. We are going to use ChatGPT for story creation and DALL-E3 for the images. If you haven't seen it yet, I already have a Textual Games project which I was working on that already covers the story creation part. So what we need to do is to implement DALL-E3 and to put it somewhere in our story. Let me show you what am I talking about. So this is the Textual Games project. Let me demo it for you just quickly in case you haven't seen it yet. So what we can do is to choose our story genre. So there is fantasy, adventure, comedy, horror, mystery, romance, sci-fi, historical, and dystopian. So I'm going to choose mystery here. Then we are choosing our character. I'm going to take detective. Then I give myself a name. I can say John Wolf, for example. And after that, we are choosing our story. So what is going to happen and what's basically the main quest of our story here. So I can take, because we are a detective here, investigating a series of mysterious disappearances. And I'm choosing my item. I'm just going to take a gun. And now ChatGPT is creating our story. And the main thing is that we can manually put whatever we want as an answer here. Or we can take choices given also by ChatGPT. So we have our first level, and what needs to be implemented is the visual part, and that's the image that is going to describe exactly this level, how it looks, so we can put it to be like a visual novel. So here we have John Wolf, a seasoned detective with a sharp mind and keen eyes, and basically his trusty gun and the tale of danger, etc., etc. So here we would probably have some kind of detective image, like black and white or something like that. Thing is that if we choose something else and explore the cemetery, for example, we still need to know, we know, but ChatGPT should know that it's still the detective. So we have to tell for the image model also, we are a detective, we are investigating disappearances, etc. So he should always know what is happening, so he could create some real image and not like a random image. So let's see the code, how to implement this one. This is our Textual Games code, and the main thing is happening inside the story creator class. So here we are creating prompt for all of our levels, and those prompts, as you can see, are pretty big. So here we are determining what is happening, what we have in our inventory, the story of our character, etc. And then later inside the gpt.ts, so this is a server action. Here we are using the long chain, which is the technology which is saving us the history of what happened in previous levels. So with the long chain, we don't have to save anything like what happened in the previous level or in the 2 levels before or 3 levels before. Everything is kept in the memory in the long chain, so we don't have to worry about that. But we have to create a new prompt in order to display our DALL-E3 image. Let's go. So first thing I'm going to do is to create a new function which I'm going to call get DALL-E3 image. And that one is going to receive a prompt which is going to be type string, and also I'm going to send this one a story, which is, as you can see, we have there which level info is there, what is level info, it's the storyline, available choices, etc. Maybe we don't even need that, but we definitely need our genre, our character name, and the story where we have the character type. So for example, if we have chosen a samurai, we're going to know that he's a samurai, and the items and everything. So we are going to put the story there as well. Type story like this. Now here we are going to create an image response that is going to be a simple fetch, and I have this one copied somewhere, the URL that we need, and that's this one. So that's the OpenAI images generations URL. So that one is going to be method post. We need the headers. So there we're going to send the OpenAI API key, and I have that one also somewhere. It's this one. So these are the headers, and instead of the options API key, I'm going to take it from here. I already have it in the environment variables. So I'm going to send my GPT API key like this. And we need a body where we are going to send the JSON of the object where we have. So N is that we are going to create only one image. We could maybe potentially create multiple, but let's go with one for the beginning. Then we are sending the prompt. Here we're going to change the prompt. It's not going to be the first one here because we need to mix it up with the story. Then we have a size, and that one is, I think, like this. No, it's not like this. It's, I think, like this, but let me check that one also in the documentation. So it should be like this. Oh, I didn't got it, yeah. And the last thing, we need the model, and the model is going to be DALL-E-3. And after creating this fetch, we're going to create an image and await the, we need to await it here also, await the image response.json, and we're going to return the image.data, first element of that array, and URL. That's how OpenAI is returning the DALL-E3 data. And this one should work. This one should return us the image. So now we need to make sure that this prompt is doing the right thing. So let's see how to handle this prompt. So we can basically here just create an image prompt. That one is just going to be a string. So we need to make sure we are using a lot of variables from here. So we can take something from here, like from the, maybe like this, from getting the next level. So now we can say, give me a scenery image for the visual novel game. My choice was this one can stay here, ensure the story remains. So the story, here we can put the story is in the genre like this. We can delete this JSON format, and give me a scenery image for the visual novel game. So what can we use from this story? My name is the character name. We can say the character name. My character is a, then we can use, where is that one, the character story. So that's story.character type, and his name is story.character name. That one looks okay. So what else do we have in a story? We have level info, storyline. Yes, the main storyline is then we can use that one. So story dot character story dot plot. It's that one, I think. Oh no, storyline in the game level. Is it the same as plot? Let's see what is plot in the project. So we have, yes, plot is basically the plot of the whole story. So the main storyline is this, and let's see just what is the storyline part here in the game level. That's probably something connected only to the levels. Yes, that's like from each level, the storyline and the available choices and everything. I think we don't need that. So what can we also have is level we don't need, genre we already have, I think. Oh, we don't have the genre, right? Yes. So the story genre is then story.genre, and we can say and keep it in that mood and keep the image in that mood. Yes, this one should be maybe enough. And now just after that we need to say my current level description is this, and then there we put our prompt. So that's a prompt which is coming for each new level. There we should know what is happening. So now we can put this image prompt here, and we can go to, where is that now? Probably some kind of page. Yes, here we can put a new image. So image response. Here we can put image equals to await image response. There we can pass the prompt base, the input, so that's how it's called here, and this story. So this one should create an image. Cannot find image response. Is it called image response? Oh, it's called get DALL-E-3 image. Okay. Like this. That one should do it. And now we can send the image here. So that one is going to be returned from here, GPT data. So now we can put the, where is that one? So from here we're putting the level. We can see where the level is. So here is the level, GPT data.level. So we can just say that image is GPT data.image, and then we put an image inside our story. So we can put it like this: input.image equals to image, and we need to add it to our story type. So here we have image, and we put a string because that one is going to be the URL coming from OpenAI. And now on our page, what is this? Is random. That one is even not used. Okay. So here we now put, if maybe here, yes, story level. So here we put if image exists. So story.image. I can just copy everything. And I'll delete the loading part. So if.image, then we can put the image by next, and source is going to be story.image. We can put width of like this. It can be big. Height also. And alt can be, let's just put it AI image for now. And that one should be enough. So let's now test if it's working. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's hope so. So let's just try. Let's first open the console log and let's try having a quick game. Okay, we have cannot read properties of undefined on get DALL-E-3 image. So if we go to our network, we can see, okay, it's definitely the get DALL-E3. So let's see what is happening there. If we go to our GPT, so here, oh, I know what it is. It's this one. So we have to put prompt here. The OpenAI API is receiving prompt, not image prompt. Let's try it now. So if I go to my browser again and refresh and go to a quick game. Is it working now? It seems like it is. So quick game is basically taking everything randomly, like the character and the story and everything. Yeah, I think we passed the GPT. Now it will be much slower when we are getting the story and also the DALL-E 3 image, but we are going to get that visual moment. Maybe we could also put some kind of boolean if somebody wants a visual novel or not, or maybe just image. Oh, okay. So this one is easy. We need to set this URL inside the next config. So what are we going to do is I'm going to copy from the AI framework my next config. So we need to add this one. I'm just going to add it here. So basically we're allowing this URL to be using images, but this is a good thing. It means that it is working. So now when I added this, we can go to the browser, and now basically I can choose a real story. So let's go on an adventure with an orc. I'm going to put Golmar name here, and I'm going to try to be a king in a world of magic, and let's use mace maybe. So now it should work, because that error is like a good thing. Now the power of this is that we're going to get an image for the first level, and in the second level we're always going to know which character we have chosen. So in this case it's an orc, and we know our main path line. Okay, so Golmar, burly orc, but I don't see the... Oh, here is the image. Nice. Oh, it really gave a nice image for... It's only like this text. We have to say him, don't put any text, please. So we have a heavy mace, and we also have it here. It's not very realistic, but okay. And let's try to do something. So storm the castle and confront your foes. I don't know what's happening, but let's see what are we... Oh, and this image, let's quickly maybe fix that before we get the next. So that's on page. The image, we're going to put a div quickly, and here we're going to put a class name of flex, justify center, item center, and just a little bit of padding. So let's see now how it works in the browser. So we have a new storyline, and oh, nice. So what is happening basically? Determination burning in your red eyes, you decide to storm the castle and confront your foes. Okay. I already see I forgot to put the items from the inventory, so now we don't have a mace, but that's the only thing I think missing that is going to put a good part of this story here, so we can recognize ourselves as this orc. And looks nice so far. Let's check the next. So climb the winding staircase to confront the sorcerer. Nice. Oh, and this one really looks nice when it's loading and you see the image of what's happening, and it really gives some kind of like visual moment to this game. And this background is not really like beautiful for, especially for this fantasy genre. So we're going through the winding staircase. Let's see what's happening. Nice, that's it. So here we have an orc, we have a staircase. Is this some kind of like, yeah, ancient magic and the faint echoes of ominous incantations? Nice, yes, it's describing basically everything from the game. It looks really nice. Let's see the next. Approach the sorcerer directly for confrontation. Yeah, it's the only problem is it's following some different art styles. We can say always keep it in like cartoon style or realistic style or whatever style, but it's not even that bad. Maybe like to have it a little bit different each time. So now are we with the sorcerer? Oh, nice. What kind of sorcerer is this? Like a giant sorcerer. And yeah, this one looks beautiful. It really changed the game. It's not only text anymore. It's giving you some kind of edge on this game. Let's test it just on some other genre. We can go on some sci-fi or something like that. So let's go dystopian, or let's go sci-fi. So let's be some kind of, let's go something exotic like a space explorer. I'm going to be again John Wolf, a space explorer, and I'm going to uncover a conspiracy in dystopian society. So my item is going to be what is viable for a space explorer. Let's take a telescope just to see what is it going to create here, because for fantasy it's like not easy, but you always expect the same thing with the orcs and everything. It cannot be much different than it was in the previous game. Well, let's see what are we going to get with the space explorer in the sci-fi. So season space explorer, okay, let's see how it looks. Nice. It's really nice. Like this spacey, like dystopian thing looks really beautiful. This project is also online, guys. If you want to try it out, it's on textualgames.com. You can, I didn't push yet this one because this is the first time I'm doing it, but I'm going to push the images also, so you can try it out. It's not going to be there forever because the DALL-E-3 images are expensive to keep it for free, but you can test it out a little bit, or if you want, you can write me. I can try some kind of different story if you want to see how it looks. But these images, this is really something much better. Imagine what is going to be with the Sora video model. That's going to be sick when we start creating games with that one. Warriors, if you like this kind of content with Next.js projects mixing with some OpenAI features and stuff like this, then you definitely need to subscribe to this channel.